TikTok is the social media platform when it is about fan editing. But the problem is, editing is not that simple to learn. But what if we could change that? ChatGPT and AI, which you probably use for your homework or as your personal therapist, can maybe help us in that situation. I give it a try. I will only use ChatGPT to make a fan edit, and let's find out how ChatGPT did. Alright, I open my baby girl, aka ChatGPT. Do not wonder that there's a chat. I needed to switch my ChatGPT to English. But anyway, I'm gonna ask it the first question. I wanna make a TikTok edit.
Should I edit Robert Downey Jr.? Lee Beyond, did I even spell him right? I don't know, Hun? Or Blair Waldorf? Did I spell something wrong here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. All of them are cool. I get it. Yeah, stop the yapping. I get it. Robert Downey Jr. is cool, charismatic. Lee Byung-hun, smooth, intense, and powerful. Okay, this is very, very weird. And Blair Waldorf is iconic. Yeah, I get the point. But like, give me who I should edit. So, who should I edit? Just pick one. Go with Blair Waldorf. Okay, I'm gonna make a Blair Waldorf edit. That's cool. I didn't edit her for so long. But I also need an audio.
So can you give me a no copyright audio? No copyright audio? Which I can use for this edit?
It's searching. Okay. What are those? Let me see what that is. Okay, wait. I think I need to search this up on YouTube. Yeah, let me search this up on YouTube pretty quick. Is it this?
Brody, hold on.
Oh shit!
I mean it's something, I guess. But wait, I have more. Glamour by Band Sound. That is so random. Why is ChatGPT giving me that? This has 34 views. It was published 4 years ago. That is so freaking random. ChatGPT is definitely not cooking with the audios, but we're gonna pick this one. I mean, ChatGPT said we're gonna take this. So I'm gonna download this audio now, and then we're gonna see us. So I am back. I have the intro, I have the clip, and maybe 2 days passed by. But whatever, let's get back to freaking ChatGPT. Wait, where do I have it? Here, okay. I want ChatGPT to give me Twixtor settings. We're gonna make the Twixtor now, we're gonna make the slow motion, and I want that ChatGPT gives me those.
Yeah, can we make a fan of Blair Waldorf? Point. I need some good Twixtor settings for the slow-mo. For the slow motion? Yeah, like that, I hope so. For the slow motion. Can you give me those?
Why is it yapping so much? Like, what the flip? I want to keyframe it.
I want that the slow motion is fast in the beginning, slow in the middle, and fast at the end. Can you give me some values and also a graph I should use?
ChatGPT says we're gonna do 100, 30, and then 100. Okay, I get it. Here's a visual guide for the speedrun graph. Let's do this. So, obviously, we're gonna put multi-frame rate and motion blur on, like that. And I'm gonna pre-compose everything right now, and then we're gonna do the Twixtor. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, I finished all of the pre-composing, so now let's search for Twixtor Pro. Okay, put it on here. I feel like ChatGPT also said we should use contrast, edge, enhance, no blend, and inverse. I usually do this. And we should match the frame rate of our edit, so it's 30 FPS. Then we should keyframe speed 100 and go into the middle, I guess. ChatGPT says that 100, 30, 20, 100. Okay, we can do this. I feel like I'm gonna do 30 here. Boom. And then I'm gonna do 20. Boom. And then we're gonna do 100. Boom. And then we're gonna ease all of it. I have no clue if this will look good. I'm very curious about that because I never used any sort of keyframing like that. I'm gonna copy now this Twixtor to every single clip, I guess, and just match it. I'm gonna be back once I finish the Twixtor with all of the clips, and then we're gonna ask ChatGPT about the zooms. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask ChatGPT about the zooms. I wanna have zoom outs and zoom ins. I'm really curious what ChatGPT will give us.
So for For my TikTok fan edit, I want to use some zooms to make my edit look cooler. Can you give me some, no, can you give me a zoom out and a zoom in setting, please?
Gradual increase in scale like a soft ramp. Okay, we should do ramp graphs for ChatGPT. Okay, so ChatGPT basically wants us to do a speed ramp graph. So we want to do zoom out. So ChatGPT told us that we should keyframe this and change it to 130 or 150. I'm gonna put 130 here. Also, ChatGPT said us to put motion blur on. So 100 and then ease it. Go to the graph editor, speed graph, like this, I guess. Okay, this is our zoom out graph. Damn, this actually looks cool. Okay, so do we have a clip for zoom in? Yeah, perfectly. Our second one. So ChatGPT told us to scale 100, go to the end, do 130, put motion blur on. We're gonna ease it like this. All right, like this. I'm gonna copy those settings now to every single clip. So I'm gonna be back in a second for, I feel like we're gonna do the flashes now. Okay, so I finished the zooms now with the settings of ChatGPT. And now let's do the flashes.
Can you give me some settings for the flashes? Like I wanna have a fade in and a fade out.
So we should do opacity keyframes, I guess. Yeah, okay. Shows us also the graph, 0%, frame 3 to 5, 100%, and frame 8 to 12, 0. In the graph editor, make an S-curve for a natural fade. The fade in should be fast and the fade out should be slow. This is so specific. So frame 1 should be 0%, right? So let's do this pretty quick. Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do 100. And then we should go to the end again and do 0. Okay. Then we ease all of this. And we should do an S graph. Basically something like this and like that. Then it looks basically very weird. No. No, okay, wait. I give ChatGPT another try. Because, like, look at this. We can't use this. This is not good, ChatGPT. This is absolutely terrible. Maybe I did the graph wrong. Wait, let me see again. No, wait. I think we should not put a graph on here. Maybe like this? Just like that? This is okay, I guess.
Should I also add brightness and contrast?
Yeah, okay, we're gonna add it. Frame 1, 0, 50, and 0. Add brightness and contrast. Like this. Keyframe it, 0. And go to the flash here and do it 50. Damn, that's so bright. Oh, it's actually not that bad. And then we're gonna go to the end and do 0. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Okay, so fade in, fade out, zooms, Twixtor, everything is done so far. And now we will add the blur.
I wanna use BCC Directional blur. Can you give me some good blur settings for my fan edit?
Honestly, I don't know if this would look cool. I want to have like a high value in the beginning.
I want the value to be high in the beginning and getting low after some frames, I guess. Frames.
Okay, so the first frame should be 100, the fifth frame 50, and then we should basically fade it out. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna do an adjustment layer for this, obviously. BCC Directional blur. Okay, so we're gonna make this 100, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. And then 10 frames to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically the end. Okay. And then 0. Boom. Okay, so it looks basically completely blurry right now. That's so weird. And then basically ChatGPT told us to just like do this graph for both of those. But like this makes no sense. Like why is it then like this looks terrifying? Basically you don't see the clip, but ChatGPT told us to do it that way. Maybe we should just like don't make it super long, so it's just like this. ChatGPT did not cook with that one. Okay, so the blur is done, and now it's time for some slide transitions. No, oh my god, no, that's so wrong. What the flip is that? Like, sorry, ChatGPT, this will never be a good styling transition. And I don't want that my freaking edit will look completely ass. You know what? The S blur curve settings are also not helping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask for motion tar settings. Alright, okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, so now we have something. I feel like now ChatGPT gave us something. Let's keyframe position. 540 minus 1080 is minus 550. What? Yeah, anyway, so minus 550, minus 550 as well, right? Minus 540 like this. Look at that. What is that, brother? And then for both, we're gonna use motion tile. Oh, Lord. And then copy this to here. I feel like this will look absolutely terrible, but whatever. ChatGPT told me to do it that way.
I wanna add some text to my edit. Can you give me some good freaking text settings? I wish I could do some fire emojis.
We should use a neon blue, a red, or a green. I think we're gonna do red, so I'm gonna copy this right here. Oh, Lord, it's freaking pink, bro. Oh, no, you didn't even see the text. Oh, no, brother. Okay, so this is the text, I guess, so far. No text effects, oh no. Soft glow. Outer glow, opacity 40. Is it like layer style? And then, yeah, outer glow. Opacity should be 40. Okay, ChatGPT making our text look absolutely garbage. We should use wiggle. So this is an expression, so position. And then do like wiggle. And what was it again? 5 and 20? No, 3 and 5. 3 and 5. That's the text. And I think I'm gonna add also this text to the end for like our little watermark at the end. I'm gonna change it to Tozel. Oh, this looks so much cooler. Holy shit. Okay. Wait, we're gonna ask it.
How do I do a one framer with a solid? Come on, ChatGPT.
I know you can cook. Yeah. New solid. Choose the color, usually white or flash. Okay, thank you. Layer, new, and a solid. I'm gonna make it freaking white, bro. Simply like that. And also for the end, basically like here. Now we're gonna do a freaking coloring, and I'm very curious about that.
I mean, like a coloring for a fan edit.
It's giving us like a whole ass freaking thing right here. So I basically try to do this, I guess. Add a subtle orange. Okay, so let's get to hue saturation and let's make it a subtle orange. Okay, so ChatGPT tells me to add a little bit of contrast, so I'm gonna do this here pretty quick. So let's see, just a little bit like that. All right, something like this. And now a glow as well and a vignette. I think I'm gonna use this with a different effect here. A vignette, I don't know, something like that, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. And a glow as well, as ChatGPT told us. So s_glow. ChatGPT tells us to use orange. So I think I'm gonna do like a little bit of an orange tone here. Like this. And yeah, maybe like 1. But this is the edit. And I'm gonna freaking render this right now. And then we're gonna have a look on how it actually turned out. So I'm gonna be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. I rendered the edit. So we gotta have a reaction now. I'm actually really curious how the edit looks. So let's see how it went, I guess.
You're just saying that because today you lost. And you're gonna keep losing.
Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, obviously I don't like the text. I feel like the text looks very cheap and not really good at all. I actually think that the flashes and stuff are pretty good. The blur is way too much here. As you can see, I don't know. If I look at this again, the blur is way too much. Like really, it's way too much. And also the slides, they're very weird. Like I don't know, the slides are just interesting. And also the Twixtor is really, really good. I really like this Twixtor. I would use this as well. So I feel like the Twixtor is very good. And the zooms are pretty decent. And also I like the coloring. Like ChatGPT really gave good coloring combinations that you can put on. I would recommend using ChatGPT maybe for specific help that you need. But I wouldn't use it for like a specific edit. I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you think about the edit. And did you ever use ChatGPT for your edits? I'm curious about that. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye-bye.